Tucker Carlson showed up in Moscow this week to interview Vladimir Putin. It turned out to be anything but an interview. Putin droned on for 2 hours and 7 minutes, while Tucker sat there like an eager puppy. Occasionally, but rarely, he got in a question, like this one about the power of the deep state in Washington.
It sounds like you're describing a system that's not run by the people who are elected in your telling.
That's right. That's right.
But more telling than what Tucker asked is what he didn't ask. Nothing about why Putin invaded a sovereign country. Nothing about targeting civilians. Nothing about Russian war crimes. A reporter can ask Putin a tough question if he wants a real interview. Why is it that so many of the people that oppose Vladimir Putin end up dead or close to it? But apparently, that's not why Tucker went to Moscow. During the Cold War, gullible Westerners who spread Soviet propaganda were dismissed as useful idiots. But calling Tucker that is unfair to useful idiots. No, he's made a cynical decision to chase MAGA's affection for dictators. And what better way to cash in than Putin's Kremlin?
Tucker Carlson's recent interview with Vladimir Putin could be described as a symphony of silence on matters that scream for scrutiny. The interview serves as a poignant case study in the potential for media to morph into an echo chamber rather than a platform for rigorous inquiry. Carlson's interview with Putin was a masterclass in missed opportunities. As critical issues were sidestepped with the elegance of a ballet dancer avoiding puddles in a rainstorm, this was not just an oversight. It was a veritable buffet of useful idiocy, where Carlson, wittingly or not, provided a platform for unchallenged propaganda narratives to flourish. Perhaps the most glaring omission was the lack of discourse on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russia's flagrant disregard for international law and a sovereign nation's borders has led to a significant deterioration in U.S.-Russia relations. In Carlson's interview, it received as much attention as a wallflower at a high school dance. The absence of any mention of Russia's alleged cyber antics and election interference was equally baffling. These brazen acts have not only eroded trust, but have painted Russia as a saboteur of democracy. The conversation didn't mention Russia's human rights record, which reads more like a rap sheet than a report card. The suppression of political dissent, the targeting of opposition figures, and restrictions on press freedom are not mere footnotes. They are headline issues that warrant discussion. Details of the security chess game in Eastern Europe, particularly NATO's expansion and Russia's frosty reception to it, was not discussed. This oversight was as conspicuous as forgetting to mention the elephant in the room, assuming the elephant was wearing neon and playing a trumpet. By skirting around these critical issues, the interview contributes to a skewed public perception, potentially undermining the pillars of democracy itself. It's akin to painting a portrait of world events in watercolor, where the harsh lines of reality are softened and the final image is dangerously distorted. The term useful idiots, with its Cold War connotations, seems to have found renewed relevance in today's political discourse. In the context of the Carlson-Putin interview, it serves as a cautionary label for those who, intentionally or not, amplify narratives that may serve authoritarian ends. This is not just a reflection on Carlson, but a broader indictment of media figures who lend their platforms to such endeavors, acting as unwitting conduits for propaganda. The interview underscores the dire need for responsible journalism, a beacon of hope in the fog of misinformation. Media personalities have a responsibility to challenge, to question, and to provide an accurate and complete picture of the world. Anything less is a disservice to the public and a dereliction of duty. In reviewing the Tucker Carlson Vladimir Putin interview, one cannot help but reflect on the missed opportunities and the disservice rendered to viewers. This is not merely about one interview or one journalist. It's about the broader role of media in our society. As consumers of news, we must demand more. As purveyors of information, reporters must do better.